Kundalini Point of Perception. December 2, 2015. Just as your third-dimensional self enjoys traveling from one location to another, your higher self enjoys traveling from one frequency to another. It is easy and enjoyable to travel from one physical place to another because you can enjoy your favorite locations that you have visited for many years. In the same manner, your interdimensional travels are fulfilling and a lot of fun, because you are reuniting with your favorite higher dimensional places and beings. We remind you to remember to expand your multidimensional perspectives so that your physical self can consciously enjoy this inner travels. Your physical expression loves visiting your favorite physical places, and your multidimensional self appreciates visiting your many lives on different dimensions. However, what is occurring within this now is unique. Within this now, as your multidimensional self travels through all the countless timelines, frequencies, and dimensions that you have created, you are asking all versions of yourself to join you in your present incarnation. Hence, as you continue with your multidimensional journey, you will connect with all the versions of yourself in all the dimensions and subdimensions in which you have taken a form. Therefore, all the members of all your alternate and parallel realities have their bags packed and are ready to join you as soon as you consciously perceive them. The catch is that, just as you must feel it to heal it, you must perceive it to collect it into the sum total of your multidimensional self. Because your consciousness is expanding into the fifth dimension, you are on the cusp of consciously perceiving the interdimensional event in which you consciously return to your multidimensional self. What a grand reunion you will have once your multidimensional consciousness is fully restored. As your daily consciousness expands into the fifth dimensional now, you will consciously perceive your journey through the astral plane. At first this journey will appear slow, but it picks up quickly as you enter the higher subplanes of the fourth dimensional astral realities. Then, as you travel closer and closer to the threshold between the fourth and fifth dimension, time, actually the concept of time, begins to waver in and out of your consciousness. As your consciousness enters this crossroad, your physical body begins to shift in strange and unfamiliar ways. This shift is because your Kundalini will begin to awaken as a result of your higher states of consciousness. Your Kundalini is your innate light body that has lain in waiting until the now of your fifth dimensional frequency of consciousness. While consciously experiencing the gamma brain waves of your fifth dimensional consciousness, that which once appeared solid begins to waver in and out. Actually, it is your fifth dimensional consciousness that is wavering in and out. Thus your fifth dimensional perceptions are wavering in and out, as well. As your 5D gamma brain waves arise and fall, you open and close your conscious perceptions of the realities of the now of the here and the one of the multidimensional light. What is that, you ask with a tinge of fear. However, just a tinge of fear is enough to send you packing back into the familiarity of your third-dimensional world. No, you cry, not again. Why does this always happen just when I feel the Kundalini starting up my spine? When you feel the Kundalini rising, you may feel as if you are not in control of your life. Not being in control of your life actually means not being in control of your third-dimensional life. Feeling at the helm of your physical life is empowering and often important. However, once the Kundalini begins its awakening, your perceptions begin to recalibrate to include the conscious perceptions of fifth-dimensional, gamma wave information. Just a quick peek of your 3D reality from a fifth-dimensional point of perception is enough to remind you that the 3D game is ending. That game is ending because you have now reached the threshold to the reality of your fifth-dimensional light body. This reality can be briefly visited by your multidimensional consciousness, but once the Kundalini rises, your third-dimensional reality will never be the same again. The reason for this shift is that instead of being a third-dimensional human visiting the fifth dimension, you will become a fifth-dimensional, in and out of light body, visiting the third dimension. With the awareness of your light body self, you consciously become a fifth-dimensional and beyond being who has volunteered to visit the third dimension. In other words, your perceived roles are reversed. At first you were a physical person who has an inner, often hidden, light body self. With the rising of your Kundalini, you enter into the identity of being a multidimensional being of light who is wearing a physical body. Just as you can take off certain garments and store them until you wear them again, your light body can take off and store your physical body until it wishes to wear it again. Furthermore, in this great era that will eternally be remembered, you are not here on earth for yourself, you are here on earth for Gaia. Your light body knows that you already inhabit many forms in higher dimensions, and that you have taken an earth vessel to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. Once your Kundalini begins to rise up your spine, you experience a perceptual shift. You are no longer your physical self who has an inner Kundalini that will someday rise. You become the light body that is wearing a physical earth vessel in order to log into the third dimension. Instead of experiencing your Kundalini rising up your physical spine, you experience your Kundalini as your light body. As you can see, your reality shifts greatly according to your point of perception. In your third-dimensional reality, your point of perceptions was that all third-dimensional life was outside of you. The transition into the higher dimensions begins by your human self gradually and continually experiencing all life as within you. Your dreams, meditation, and higher states of consciousness are the portal to yourself. These portals can only fully open once your earth vessel is consciously grounded into the body of Gaia. It was always within the divine plane of your multidimensional self that you had to feel it to heal it. In the fifth dimension and beyond, you perceive yourself in oneness with all life that is within the reality that you all share. Thus, you are within the reality that is within you. This concept is very confusing to your third-dimensional thinking where everything is outside of you except the many organs and components of your physical body. In the fifth dimension, your body is made of multidimensional light. There are no inner organs, bones, or blood. You are light, and your light intermingles with all the light that flows over, under, around, and through you. Because the fifth dimension is so very different from the physical reality, in order to assist humans to release their shackles of imprisonment to their physical illusions of reality, you had to actually enter a third-dimensional human being. Then you, the representative of your multidimensional self, volunteered to remember who you are. Consciously experience the higher dimensional expressions of yourself, while wearing your 3D earth vessel. Gain an ever-present conscious contact with this higher dimensional aspect of yourself. Allow your higher self to transport you back and forth to your higher dimensional life. Remember these excursions while you are still wearing your earth vessel. Share all that you have gained on these excursions with others. Open portals for others to experience. Teach others how to open portals of light. But how can you possibly remember all of this in just one lifetime? You don't, but you remember to gather with others so that the sum total of that group can share their own puzzle pieces to create a group picture of the reality that they are creating by going into the one individually and as a group. There is no right or wrong way to create these groups. When it is the now for the creation of these groups, all the ones who resonate to a similar frequency pattern of expression and interest will come together. These random groups are likely friends and family in the higher planes. When it is the now, they will unite to teach/remind each other why they have placed their multidimensional consciousness into their current earth vessel. As they create a safety net of love and support for each other and for themselves, they move into the next phase of their mission. Different groups will unite for different version of the same mission. This mission is to assist Gaia and her myriad life forms to return home to their higher dimensional expressions of self. Once through the collective portal created by the group consciousness, some of the members will remain within the group consciousness and others will travel into different versions of the same frequency of that reality. Most important, all of them are creating the reality of New Earth. Within the united goal of creating fifth-dimensional New Earth, all those within all the groups begin to understand how their state of consciousness creates the frequency of their reality. First, they will remember that all versions of reality on Earth are simultaneously occurring within the now of the one of the fifth dimension and beyond. It is only within the third and fourth dimensions that any form of separation is perceived. In fact, Even the first and second dimensional realities experience unity with all. Every drop of water is the ocean, the rivers, the lakes, and the rain. Every molecule of air is the sky, the clouds, the wind, the sunrise and the sunset. Every ray of light is the sky, lights the ground and penetrates the water. Every patch of earth is the body of Gaia. All the elements that create the planetary body also create your human earth vessel. Primitive peoples know that they are one with all the life that surrounds them. Only the civilized humans have been taught to believe that all life is separate from them. These modern, civilized humans have been trained over millennia to forget what they have always known within their light body, which is safely snuggled inside of their Kundalini. They have forgotten that the sleeping serpent of the force of Kundalini is waiting at the base of their spine to be awakened. But what exactly is the Kundalini? We will slowly share the answer to this question. Why do we share it slowly? Because this information was implanted in your consciousness as your escape hatch, parachute, and launching pad when you had completed all your missions to Earth. We also share this information bit to encourage you to remember. Whatever you remember about yourself is much more powerful than what you are taught. It may be too difficult to understand what you are taught, and you may easily forget it. On the other hand, that which we can assist you to remember inside your own self, can more simply and completely be expressed within your daily life. We need you, our way team to Earth, to remember your true multidimensional self. We need you to remember all the multidimensional traits of yourself, not just within your meditations or while you are attending a class. We need you to remember yourself in your daily life. We need you to remember within your daily life because it is within your third dimensional life that this transmutation will begin. No longer are you protected by your personal guru, or by living in a temple at the peak of a remote mountain. In this important incarnation of planetary ascension, we, your higher expressions of self, need for you to assist people while they live their daily lives, raise their children, work their jobs, pay their bills, and pretend to be just humans. We, your higher dimensional expressions of self, are entering your daily life, your daily routines, and daily responsibilities. As we have often said, we the Galactics and Celestials, are you. It is through the awakening of your own personal force of Kundalini that you will return to, transmute into, and daily be the you that you have always been but forgot. Blessings, the Arcturians and your galactic and celestial families. Channeled by Suzanne Lee. SuzanneLeePhD.blogspot.com